Hi guys, so today I am doing a really fun testing video, kind of first impressions thing, and this is for the company Juno Co. I've never heard of it before. They reached out to me and did send me some stuff for free, but you guys know that I never, will lie about anything that I got for free or that I paid for or anything. But I was really excited when they reached out because I looked obviously at their website and they are super affordable, and you guys know I love recommending great affordable things too. Although I don't know if they're great yet, I thought I'd try them out. The stuff that I got today is, what's it called? A Juno Fusion sponge, so makeup sponge, which I'm very excited to try out, as well as a pack of their essential brushes and then 2 other brushes. I took them out of the packaging and they're really soft, so I'm excited to try them out. But for these prices, it's actually insane how good quality this is. Even the box and everything's really well packaged. You don't expect it to be so affordable, and not just the box and the little frills of paper and stuff. All of the brushes were in little like plastic baggies and little things that held their shape, so I was just really impressed. The cool thing about this sponge is it's microfiber, so instead of just like a normal old sponge, like this is the Real Techniques one, it is microfiber, so the outside of this just feels like a sponge, it's like nice and smooth. This has like little tiny fibers on it, which is crazy. So this is kind of the comparison of size, the dry Real Techniques sponge and the dry of the Juno Co one. So they're kind of along the same size. This one's more like bulbous, if that's a good word. And this one's more like egg-shaped, I guess. But this one feels less like a sponge. It feels more like those memory foam pillows. That's almost what this feels like. This actually says to wet it. You can use it not wet if you want a more full coverage look. But I don't. I'm a very natural coverage kind of gal. So I am going to wet this before I get into actually testing everything out. I did want to let you know the prices of everything, and they are cruelty-free and vegan, which is so important to me. And then this sponge is only $4. Craziness. Like this one is $6, like $5.99 depending where you get it, so that's awesome. Then I wanted to talk about, there's 4 brushes in the one brush set: the fan brush, eyeshadow brush, foundation brush, and the angled brush. So these 4 brushes right here, they're in a set together called the Essential Brushes, I think, and that's only $7. $7 for these brushes. And look at them. They're so nice. Honestly, they remind me of my Kat Von D brushes, so they're pretty nice. And then the other 2 brushes I got were these 2, the ES03 and ES02. I'm not really sure what I'm going to use these for yet, but we'll figure it out as we go. These are also very soft, and these are only $2 each, which is crazy. I have brushes from Wet n Wild that cost like $5 each, so this is a pretty big deal. So I'm gonna go and wet this and we'll be back. It didn't get that much bigger. You can kind of see the difference here. Definitely grew, but not exponentially. It's not double the size or anything. It feels like when you squeeze it, it feels like there's an outside layer and an inside layer. But along with that, I did want to mention the whole point of this microfiber sponge is that it's supposed to absorb less product than your average beauty blender. This sponge is supposed to make you use less product. So it was actually said with this, when you first use it, if you don't want more full coverage look, to actually use less product. So I am excited. That doesn't feel wet anymore. It's really weird, I don't know, and I really am excited to see how this is gonna work. So I'm gonna use my BB cream. Obviously, if you're more of a full coverage person, you could use a sponge dry, but I watched someone do a review like that and they said they didn't like it dry, so I don't think I would either. So I'm gonna shake that up and I'm gonna apply it on the back of my hand just so I can tell like how much I'm really using. So I'm using about this much, and we're gonna hit the fat side in and see how this goes. I'm really excited. Okay, well, it's pretty soft. It's no more hard or soft than the regular one. But I can already tell, I feel like it's giving better coverage. It's just weird how the sponge doesn't feel wet anymore. Okay, but it definitely gave better coverage than a normal beauty blender. It says you can also use the sponge with cream contour and your concealer, so we are gonna do that. I'm gonna try to use it for cream contour, although it's quite large. It's blending real easy. And when I look up close, it doesn't look dry or like it's clinging to anything. I'm wiping the last bit of makeup off my hand. It's all gone. I'm kind of bringing that around my nose. Okay, so obviously I don't have full coverage. You can still see all my spots and things, but like I said, I'm not really a full coverage type person. I am going to wash this later too, to tell you how it rinsed out, if it was really easy, and I'm going to clean the brushes later too to tell you if they lose any hairs or anything. If it doesn't look like I have any makeup on, I'll try to get a screen grab of what I look like before I put makeup on and compare it, because I feel like now, look, if I went out of the house like this, no one would be like, ooh, you have a lot of coverage on and no other makeup. Like, I feel like it just looks like nothing, which is actually really nice for someone like me who's quite low maintenance with their makeup. And do concealer. Okay, let's see. I don't know. Well, it's not that hard underneath my eyes, though I much prefer using this point to edge underneath my eye. That's what I would normally do. I could get used to this. Like, it's not like that drastic of a change that I'd be like, oh my god, I can't do this. It's so difficult. Well, that doesn't look as natural as the rest of my face, but I think that's more because my under eyes are so dry and because this concealer is a little bit old. But I feel like I should have tried this with a different concealer under my eyes. But now we're gonna go with face concealer, which is something else. I struggle with dryness. I'm gonna use the Maybelline Better Skin one. I'm gonna put it on the back of my hand. I don't know. That looked a little bit dry. Also, that's just my skin. My skin is just like really dry right now. So, well, it's spreading the product out. Like I just dipped it into my hand once and spread it from here to my chin and over here. Anywhere where it looks dry is where I had the concealer, not the BB cream. So I don't know if it's anything to do with the sponge. You know, I'm gonna try my finger and see underneath my eyes if it's a sponge or concealer. No. Nope. It's definitely just the concealers that I use. Okay, now we're gonna try cream contour. I'm not sure how this is gonna work because normally I would use this cream contour on a brush. I do want to try this with that. Maybe, you know, I'm gonna put some of this on the back of my hand and then dig the sponge into that. I'm gonna use the hard side, like the pointy side. Okay, well that worked. Do you see that? That's working. Oh, okay, that's nice. I have to squeeze it down a little. Okay, I can live with that. Oh, okay, that's nice, that's nice. Okay, I am going to use my Glossier Cloud Paint as my blush because I want to put it on the back of my hand and then dip the Beauty Blender in and apply it because normally I just use my hands to use this. So I got a little bit on my hand and we're going to take the, I guess the round side. I don't know. I mean, it's not irritating anything underneath, so I could use this if you use cream contour and cream blush. You could just grab this and forget about any brushes if you wanted. I mean, I think that looks nice, but I do think it maybe absorbs some of the blush just because that's such a liquidy consistency. First, before I go in with powder in my face, which I am going to use with this because I found the best way to use my powder, it's a Glossier powder. Normally I would use my normal sponge, but I'm going to use this one and just powder like around my eyes. We'll see if it works for that because if it does, then super. So I'm going to use this contour brush that they gave me, the angled one that's from the set. When I do this, I'm not losing any. Usually when you do that at first, just on brushes, you lose some pieces. Ooh, we got one. One came out. Oh, that's not that bad. I am going to use this gigantic bronzer I have and just bronze up here, my neck and stuff, because we already used the cream contour. Start with the neck. I actually feel like these brushes would be really good if you're starting out. This doesn't actually pick up all that much. It's good if you're afraid you're gonna go overboard. That's actually nice. It feels really nice. Like it doesn't feel cheap or anything. It's heavy duty too. Like it's not super light. I don't mind like that. I think that that's really nice. I'm gonna use the bulbous side. Love how you guys are probably loving the word bulbous, right? Oh wow! I like that. Okay, I like that a lot actually. That really minimized my pores. This foundation brush, I don't usually use foundation brushes, it's just my personal preference, but when they make this and they make this, I think everyone would have reached for the sponge, don't you? The fan brush I forgot that I had. It feels really nice. I actually have a nice fan brush from Julep and it feels very similar to that. So I'm gonna go back in with my highlight. Wow, that actually put a lot more product down than I anticipated. You could see that light, right? That's nice. Okay, I like this brush a lot. I mean, the two I don't have anything really to use for them. I mean, this is really, really soft. I feel like this brush, the ES03, kind of like this nice dome shape. This might be good for powder, and I'm sure it's like really nice. It feels exactly like the one from Kat Von D. And then this other one is very similar, but instead of being domed, it's more full. And I guess you could use that for powder or maybe bronzer. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it, and for the price, $2, like, pick it up if you want a brush that looks like that. Okay, and then we have this eye brush, which is called the ES06, and it's a really, really nice, actually it kind of reminds me of what's that one from MAC, the 217. It could lay down product flat or it can blend, so we're going to try to use this for the whole eyeshadow look. I'm going to go in with this cool brown over here. Oh, that makes a nice amount of product. That feels nice on the eyes actually a lot. Like, look at that blend too. Blended super easy. And then we're going to go in with this light gold shade right there, and I'm going to pack that on the lid with this brush. Usually I would use my finger, but we're going to see how this does. Wow, that picked up a lot of product. Okay, well it's not as great as packing on the color, but honestly I always use my finger for that part anyway. And then I'm going to use the same brush and go in with this red, not the pink, the red one, this burnt color, and kind of get that into the crease or the outer corner. Build up a little. Oh, that laid down really nice. I think it's better for the transition to having a hard time blending this shade out. Okay, well I think that looks really nice. I'm going to use the same color I used in the beginning, that cool brown, and I'm going to squeeze it down, go underneath my lashes. Okay, that worked. I think this brush is great. It's super duper soft. Okay, so I'm done with my makeup, and overall I'm actually really impressed. And I can't believe I didn't mention this earlier. Juno Co gave me a coupon code for you guys. You get 10% off. I don't make any money off of this deal. This is not sponsored, but I did get a 10% off code for you guys if you're interested in trying any of this out. I'm really impressed. When I look at my makeup, I would never know I did my eyeshadow with basically one brush. Contour looks really good. The blush, actually, I'm really liking how I put the blush on with this, but I think it really helped to push the product into my skin so that it doesn't sit on top of wrinkles and things like that. So I thought that was really great. So I'm gonna wash this. I washed these two brushes too. I washed this, and at first it wasn't getting clean. I found it was kind of hard to wash, but it actually looks really clean now, like compared to how it looked before. So I think what it did is it took off the top layer of foundation. The only thing that really is noticeably dirty, like to me, like if you were looking at it from far away, is the blush. So I don't know if it's because the blush is a lot more like pigmented than the BB cream or anything, but that was kind of hard to remove. But the good thing was it didn't absorb the soap. So when I use this, by the way, Palmolive Pure and Clear, it was way easier to rinse, let me put it that way. So it was kind of hard to get the color out of here, but it was really easy to rinse out all the soap. The brushes, super easy. Honestly, I've never seen a brush rinse soap out so easily. I couldn't believe it. And they also are holding their shape. I didn't lose any extra little hairs. So for those prices, those brushes are great. I do think that if you are the type of person who can't afford a $20 beauty blender, I think you will like this. I'm really happy with this. I totally would recommend it. That's pretty much it. I'm really satisfied with this. Don't forget to use my coupon code if you want to try anything out from Juno Co. And just check out what they have. They also have lashes on the site if you're a false lash person. Cool. I'm gonna go. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to see more from me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.